Hi there, welcome to the channel. Thanks for watching, and who wants to catch some creationists red-handed?
See, when you do clownery, the clown comes back to bite.
So I don't know why they care so much about dinosaurs living with man, because it doesn't refute evolution, and it doesn't prove a global flood either. But the following is their perhaps best response to the fact that there have never been any human remains found alongside dinosaur remains.
I was trying to think like, okay, well, they get so mad that the humans aren't being found, then obviously there should be evidence for this. So when you look for evidence, you have to go farther back. It was back in 1870, and this is in South Carolina, one of the largest dinosaur fossil beds that they've ever discovered. And inside of it is very interesting. That is the first incident when they found man with dinosaur.
Then there must be a lot of mentions of dinosaurs and discoveries of dinosaurs. Alright, let's take a look here. Let's search for dinosaur. And oh, no matches found. That must be a fluke. Let's try dinosaurs. No matches. Dinosaurian? Saurian. Let's try lizard. Oh, hopefully this is talking about some kind of giant lizard, a dinosaur of some kind. Let's see, the story of the ancients that the salamander is able to endure fire is altogether fabulous, yet no doubt it has caused the name salamander to be given to the Carolina lizard because of the fiery red bag apparently suspended under their throat and from which it is said to spit a red fluid that will instantly quench the flames of a burning rail. Well, according to creationists, people wouldn't be reporting it if it weren't real. So where are these fire-breathing, fire-quenching salamanders? Anyway, what about mammalian? In the strata of sand, marl rock, blue mud, and peat just described, we find the following fossils. Ooh, I guess it's going to tell us they found. Hopefully there's a dinosaur named in this. Following fossils: bones and teeth of Mastodon, Megatherium, Dinotherium, which is not a dinosaur, elephant, deer, horse, cow, hog, muskrat, etc., mixed up with the remains of marine animals, but in the marl, not a single fragment of a mammalian has yet been discovered except cetacean.
Geologists went in and they wanted to excavate, and they were paid to go down and find what fossils were here, and they're investigating. And what they did is they dug underneath a tree and they found some arrowheads and they found human bones, but the strata that they were digging in was occupied by dinosaurs.
What is it now? Where? Show me one place in this entire thing. Show me where it says that they were discovered alongside dinosaur remains. Let's take a look at what they actually say they found them with. After a careful study of everything connected with their discovery, the place and stratum in which they were found and their remarkable forms, we were satisfied that they belonged to and were deposited in the same geological age to which the bones and teeth of the mastodon, elephant, rhinoceros, horse, and other land animals belong, and which are found associated with them in the same matrix or mother bed of clay, which is the Post-Pliocene period, and which we have since designated as the prehistoric age of man. What is the Pliocene? It is the second and youngest epoch in the Neogene period in the Cenozoic era. Looks like the most recent era. It begins when the dinosaurs end. And let's see here. Mammoths. So Ice Age era was from the Pliocene epoch to the Holocene. And what are these guys looking at? Oh, that's right, the Pliocene and Post-Pliocene. So one of the youngest geologic strata. One associated with land mammals, such as mammoths, horses. Exactly as evolution and mainstream science say. Mankind was around in the Ice Age and interacted with these animals. We know this already.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
So they said, obviously this isn't true, and we don't want to lose our jobs. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw these in the river because we can't. This obviously can't be true. So they disposed of everything in the river. Well,
Sounds like Neffy is smelling his own farts again. It doesn't say that they found dinosaur bones there, and they're not hiding anything. The researchers, they said exactly what they did with the remains. They reported it. And they didn't throw them away for the reason you claim. We'll get there in a second.
They kept digging down. They went lower and lower and lower. And guess what? They found more human bones with dinosaurs, with sharks, with goats, and modern day things all together because it's one of the largest dinosaur beds that you can find.
It's actually not. It's actually known as a great fish bed. From the number of fish and teeth bones found in the sand, Professor Tuomi called it the Ashley fish bed. the fish bed of the Ashley Basin.
They said, well, we can't hide it anymore. There's no reason we need to completely keep destroying evidence. So they finally released it to the public. And this is back in 1870. So nobody really knows about this. And I gave you guys the actual link to the
I've read about it.
archives.
Yeah, it's astonishing. That is one of the earlier examples of evolutionists attempting to destroy the evidence for the flood of Noah.
I will
Creationists.
lie all the time.
Let's look at what actually happened. Human bones discovered. Pulled it out, and behold, a human bone. Without hesitation, it was condemned as an accidental occupant of quarters to which it had no right geologically, and so we threw it in the river. Alas, we had lived to regret our temerity and rashness. A year after, a lower jawbone with teeth was taken from the same bed. Now we have it in the cabinet. Subsequent events and discoveries show conclusively the first discovered human bone was in place, and that the beds of the Post-Pliocene, not only on the Ashley, but in France, Switzerland, and other European countries, contain human bones associated with the remains of extinct animals and relics of human workmanship, proving most conclusively that the Carolina specimens were found in place. It was determined that it was in the paleontological age of the Post-Pliocene beds. So they did not throw them away because they were in the wrong age geologically. They threw them away because they were in the wrong type of rock. Let's go back a page. They thought this about the stone arrowheads as well because they were found in the phosphate rocks where they weren't expected. Same layer that they were expected, just not in the same rock type. Every precaution was immediately taken to satisfy ourselves fully that the possibility of their being in the same age as the mound arrowheads and hatchets, but washed into a gully in after ages, and now found mixed with the marl rocks, phosphate rocks, and therefore accidental occupants of the place. After a careful study of everything connected to their discovery, the place and stratum in which they were found, the remarkable forms, were satisfied that they belonged in the posited same geological age to which the bones and the teeth of the Mastodon, elephant, rhinoceros, horse, and other land animals belong. As I've already read, the Post-Pliocene period, exactly where they should be. They just didn't think that they would be in the phosphate rocks. Guess what? They kept the second specimen, the lower jaw. They never hid that from anyone. They didn't throw anything away to hide it. They threw it away because they thought it wasn't supposed to be in the phosphate. But as we just read, it was all found in the same rock strata, the Post-Pliocene. Now, for the life of me, I cannot understand why he thinks dinosaurs were found in this layer. This screen cap is taken directly verbatim from, oh, surprise, surprise, GenesisPark.com. Nowhere in the entire text. So what their argument boils down to is that on the cover of this book, they have a hadrosaur skeleton. And in the book, they talk about finding human remains in the Post-Pliocene era. So you didn't even pay enough attention to realize that what you're actually arguing for is that a hadrosaur fossil was found in the Pliocene. But you can't establish that. Only evidence is that there is a picture of it on the front cover. It would simply mean that non-avian dinosaurs survived a little longer than there was previously evidence for. But this isn't even true. You guys are going and seeing that we found human fossils in a post-Pliocene era where they're expected and where no dinosaurs were ever found. And then you say that since the book has a picture of a hadrosaur on the cover, that means they were found in the same strata as the arrowheads and the human bones.
Congratulations, you're a failure.
Elsewhere in the book, it describes going through the Cretaceous layers. They're aware rock layers stack on top of each other. Several rock layers are there, found in South Carolina, all in a vertical column. The dinosaurs and giant lizards, described by contemporaries, remember these words are found nowhere in the entire text. We can find no sources anywhere confirming that hadrosaurs were found in the Pliocene layers. They are stacked underneath the Pliocene layer. So the fact that they're talking about some Pliocene layers and some Cretaceous layers, again, the creationists are unable to separate these two ideas. They just see them both in the same text and conflate them.